Previously on Gears.
Now, time to get into the world of Formula One, and of course it's brought to us compliments of Pirelli and Tiger Wheel and Tyre, and you stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 Formula One Grand Prix. All you have to do is go and visit twt.to. Breaking news that has just come out of India at the moment. It's rather worrying, but I'm not too sure how they're going to enforce this. I really don't. But the Supreme Court in India has agreed to hear a petition seeking the cancellation of this weekend's Indian Grand Prix because organizers have allegedly not paid entertainment taxes for the 2012 event. Chief Justice said in court, we will hear the petition tomorrow. That was yesterday, announcing a new legal snag for Formula One in India, which has been dogged by problems since the 2011 event. Wow. India's Supreme Court has executive powers and ordered organizers 2 years ago to freeze 25% of ticket revenues until they had settled a tax dispute. The ruling came in response to a public interest litigation filed by campaigner Amit Kumar, who is behind yesterday's petition seeking the cancellation of the race on Sunday. Kumar successfully argued in 2011 that Formula One was entertainment, not sport, and should not benefit from tax exemptions granted by the state of Uttar Pradesh, which borders the capital, New Delhi. But it's a sport. Isn't it a sport?
Yes.
And they fighting that it is entertainment. Okay, well, we'll follow that. I mean, if any other stories come out, we will definitely let you know. Other news in the world of Formula One, Kimi Raikkonen, Lotus boss Eric Boullier has dismissed talk that Kimi Raikkonen has lost interest in Formula One and in the 2013 season. Boullier came out and said it's more about Romain, who came back in the game. If you remember last year, Romain was very much up to speed, but if I may say this, then his spirit went down and he lost ground a little bit. But Romain is now back. Raikkonen's performances have also been hampered by the fact that he does not like the new Pirelli tyres that were introduced from the Hungarian Grand Prix. Other news, Renault has said it warned Formula One drivers a long time ago that there could be a problem with the weight limit of next year's cars. Now, if you were watching Absolute F1 last night, Daisy, you would have seen us discussing this weight problem for next year. That's why people like Nico Hulkenberg, Paul de Resta are being considered to be dropped in the world of Formula One because they are just a little bit too heavy, which is very, very unfortunate. Renault's Formula One Deputy Managing Director Rob White says the French car manufacturer feared there was going to be a weight issue months ago, but said rivals were adamant at the times that it would not be a problem. He went on to say, in all honesty, we've been quite urgent in requesting that the weight effect on the regulation be changed and be taken fully into account. While we're pretty confident that the power units and race cars are heading the right way, as much as being optimized for weight as the current engines and cars, equally our forecast has been for some time that the overall weight challenges is greater than with the current rules. Other news, new Ferrari chassis technical director James Allison has promised the team will work on the pace of their cars over the next 4 races. He came out and said the Korean and Japanese Grand Prix were a disappointment for us. It is always disappointing when you don't win, but the level of performance at those 2 tracks was below our expectation by some way. More on Paul de Resta. He's determined to return to the points in India and bring an end to the season of the 7-race pointless streak. He says we didn't score points in Japan, and but we made some real progress with setting up the car. So going an extra step and getting into the top 10 has got to be the goal this weekend. Now a little bit more on that as well, and that is that James Collado, who is the Force India test driver, will be testing in free practice 1 tomorrow because Paul de Resta is a little bit ill at present. Now, I'm not too sure how you read into this because, don't forget, as I just mentioned, Paul de Resta is one of those drivers who may be considered a little bit too heavy for Formula One. So whether or not Paul de Resta is actually sick or whether or not Force India want to test James Collado is up for debate. But the way that I see it is they definitely are looking for perhaps somebody else in the Force India squad. Now, if you go to my F1 page, f1sasha.com, there's a full a review of all of the news that I've given you today. Also an update of the details you need about the Bud International Circuit. And also there's a link to take you on a lap of the Bud International Circuit with Fernando Alonso. So you can go and check that at f1sasha.com, or you can pick it up on my app on BlackBerry Z10 devices. And all you have to do is download the app Formula Sasha, and all of the information will be there as well. Also, it'll give you on this day in history in the world of Formula One. As always, our Formula One update brought to us compliments of Pirelli and Tiger Wheel and Tyre. You stand a chance to win a trip to any 2014 Formula One Grand Prix. Just go to twt.to.
Win a trip for two to any 2014 Formula One Grand Prix of your choice. Plus, you can double your chances when you buy any 2 or more Pirelli tyres. Get to your nearest Tiger Wheel and Tyre to enter. Only at
weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo.